boys and girls, Miss Pavlicek here. Today I'm going to read you a story called Wonderful Worms by Linda Glasser. Earthworms are fat and wiggly like my fingers and my toes. They live where it is cool and dark and damp, where roots spread out like underground trees. Worms feel sounds with their whole bodies. They feel thunder when I walk. They are wonderful diggers. They dig passageways and burrows, but they don't use shovels or fingers or toes. How do they do it? They eat their way through and move along. They stretch out long and thin and squeeze in short and fat. Stretch and squeeze, eat and dig, move and dig. Earthworms mix and turn the dirt as they dig and tunnel in the earth. They make the soil soft and airy so the roots of plants can breathe and grow. Worms don't have eyes or ears or a nose. They do have a mouth. And they need food just like I do, but they eat dirt and rotting leaves. They swallow tiny pieces, and inside the worm, the food changes. When it comes out of their tail ends, it makes the earth rich so the plants can grow. Earthworms are my helpers, like the underground gardeners. We work hard in the dirt in my garden, their home. The end. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about worms and reading the story together. I'm going to now introduce you to some friends of mine that I have here at the Science Center. Hi boys and girls, here I'm at the Science Center, and I wanted to show you something that has to do with our story. In front of me I have what's called a compost bin. All of our 5th grades get to experience composting, and one of the living things that are really good at composting or breaking down things are worms, like in our story. So I'm going to pop the top off and we'll take a look inside and see what we can observe. Now you're going to notice that there's a lot of dark soil and some shredded newspaper and some old fruits or vegetables. And if I bring the bin a little closer, and I grab a nice clump of soil. Let's see what's inside. Whoa. And here we have lots of our wiggling worms. Let me grab a few. The one thing you'll notice is that worms like dark environments, and they do like it moist. They are nocturnal. They tend to come out and do what they need to and move around more at night. So I've got a bunch of different worms here. Worms belong to a group of animals called invertebrates. This means that they do not have backbones. And just like in our storybook, we learned that they don't have eyes and nose, but they can still sense using other parts in their body. Whoop, this little guy here is moving pretty fast. Wiggling worms. Now, what's neat about the worms is they are decomposers. They help to break down all the old and dead and rotting things in our environment or in this bin. We have some old lettuces and celery here. And by eating that and breaking it down within their own body, their castings have some important nutrients which are really good for plants. We also learn that they aerate the soil as they move around and kind of wiggle. And they're also an important food source for lots of living things. I keep another compost bin here at the Science Center, and we use these worms to feed to some of our turtles and our frogs and other things here at the center. Now, what's neat about worms is when you do hold one up, sometimes if you hold them up to the light and always be respectful and gentle, you can almost see the little pieces of food and what they're breaking down within their body. So worms are really neat to explore. Please make sure if you do work with worms that you have damp, moist hands and that you're kind to them and place them back where they belong when you find them. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some worms and reading our story. I hope you have a great day, boys and girls. Take care. Bye-bye.